we'll see the judicials. And the judicials have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming in the opening of the season. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense will have the first crack at it in this one. The play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires on the move. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
The Judicials offense has its first opportunity of the day. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Well, and this corner really can shut down half the field, and that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back, and I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good, been so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. You can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a 3rd down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your receiver to win, and whether or not they have a guy that can win that matchup offensively.
Oh, he's got some space. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Judicials with the 1st and 10. The pitch to the left. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. After that big run, the defense answers. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
Quickly to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on 3rd down, getting back a bunch of yards. Now they're in a position to go for it here on 4th.
On the option. How about that defense rising up Big Blue offense takes the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Offense working from the pistol. Power football with the run. Got enough for the first down. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards and they'll move the chains.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Kentucky trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead.
And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. They'll leave it with him. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Third down conversions, always a huge stat. They've got a third and long from the 27. He wants to throw it. And it's incomplete on third down.
That's why it's so important. drives to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going.
Turning it on! Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. He'll pull it down and run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, getting him to the ground for no gain.
Didn't find a single crack to run through. 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Judicials will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. There he goes. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Right back to the well. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. takes the handoff. It's Jackson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready?
Breaks into the open. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Well, that time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I like the play call on offense. I like you trying to get the running back involved in the pass game, too. Defense was ready for that one. Let's see what you got dialed up on third.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. This is a designed run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. The Judicials will send out the punt unit. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The give to the single back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll pull it down. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
It's so hard to defend these guys. You know, it's 1st and 10. Everything's available to you. You don't know if it's run or pass, and then you add in the scrambling element with the quarterback. He does a great job scrambling outside, getting outside the pocket, and then at the end of the play, not taking a hit, getting a first down, new set of downs for the offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Now, 4th down.
Needing to move the chains, here comes Kentucky on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Well, this is not what the doctor ordered in terms of starting field position. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the option. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
And the Judicials line up to punt it away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it.